What does media production and directing mean to me? Media production and directing is all about the passion and creativity I can acquire to making a film. The skills of knowing how to run an audio board or using high-quality HD cameras helps me in viewing how to make a film come as a reality. The necessary tools in media production help me as a director to know how to properly shoot a film. The first experience of mine becoming fascinated with film would be the movie Forrest Gump, directed by Robert Zemeckis. I was 5 years old in my mom's Ford travel-size Explorer van, and I remembered being mesmerized by the opening of the film. Forrest Gump starts out as the sky in the frame, then a tiny white feather starts floating towards a bench where the main character, Forrest, picks it up and puts it in his suitcase. As I watched the first scene, I always wondered how they shot the sky scene, the feather luring you to the main character. I know now that cranes were used to do high-angle shots and low-angle shots to show the connection of introducing the main character of the film. Being a film director takes a lot of practice, especially with
it was something that was outside of my knowledge. To reading.
I remember trying to interview a person for a documentary, didn't realize that the car sounds outside the bar. The audio was horrible and difficult to fix. I learned from mistakes, though. A nice quiet room and good lighting is the key. Another inspiration for me is my father, Dan Stevenson, who does the highlight films for the Philadelphia Phillies.
I chose to do broadcast editing and video storytelling out of college. There were a lot of different options of what I could do for a living, and a lot of them involved things like sales and stuff that didn't interest me that much, and I always wanted to be a storyteller. So I went to Boston University and learned how to do studio work and remote editing and remote video production. And basically, when I got out of school, I bought some equipment, old VHS equipment, and learned how to edit pretty much by doing it myself. And that's where I started to really enjoy it. Creating stories out of nothing or things like that is very rewarding, especially when people can see what you do for a living. I've always thought of people that built houses or something like that could always drive by and look at their work, which was kind of cool. Whereas if you do a video production, you always have it with you. You can always look at it, reinforces if you know what you're doing, and it has its own rewards to it.
My third experience and why I chose my major in media production and directing be how creative the process is. To be a director, you need to see visually and how each scene is going to be shot and handled. The actors in your film need to trust you and make sure that the actors get to release their own creative flow as well. I learned this lesson by reading a book by William Ball called The Art of Directing. When I shoot a scene for my films or interviews, I let the actor or person getting interviewed talk about how they would like this shot to be done as well. The fun part is when you as a director can collaborate with your actor on ideas from your side or her side. The creative process is where the stage, the props, and camera angles for each scene. It's like creating a visual story without lines. Knowing framing and camera angles can make or break a movie. The third rule always applies. My biggest admiration for choosing media production as my major is the final product when I'm done a film. The most important quality as a film director is to get a reaction from your audience. Now, the reaction from your audience does not necessarily have to be a happy emotion. The reaction from your audience from watching your film can be terrified, sad, or disturbed. Stories should be told on an emotional level so your audience will be engaged from the beginning to the end. Humans are biologically engineered to have social relationships with meaning. As a director, you want your camera work to do the same. The more the audience is connected emotionally to your story, the more success your film will get credit for. I chose my major not just to entertain, but to connect to people on a personal level through my films.